Hello everyone! Welcome ulit sa ating video lesson about your Week 7 Mathematics 9 module. So what we will talk about in this video lesson, you will learn how to perform operation on radical expression. So alamin muna natin yung mga similar radicals at dissimilar radicals. So pag sinabi kong similar radicals, you have same index and same radicand. Para masabi natin na yan ay similar radical. So, mapapansin nyo, si square root of 3 and 5 square root of 3, parehong 2 yung kanyang roots or index, tapos 3 naman yung kanyang radicand. Ganon din dito sa ating 7 root of 2m, tsaka 4 times 7 root of 2m. So, parehong 7 yung kanilang root, tsaka 2m naman yung kanilang radicand. So, ganun din sa negative 2 square root of x, 9 square root of x, and square root of x. So, mapapansin nyo, same sila lahat ng roots, tapos same din yung kanilang radicand. Sa dissimilar radicals naman, so, pag sinabi natin dissimilar radicals, so magkaiba yung kanyang index. So, different index or different radicand. So, ano man yung makita nyo dyan, sa different index or different radicand, dissimilar radicals na agad yan. So, mapapansin niyo si square root of 3 at 3 square root of 2, magkaiba yung radicand yan. Square root of negative 2 cube root of 6a, tsaka 4 times 4th root of 6a, magkaiba yung root niyan, pero magkaiba yung radicand. So, kahit ano dyan yung isa na makita ninyo na different, matik na dissimilar radicals na yan. So, we proceed doon sa operation ng ating radical. So, first one, we have the addition and subtraction of radical expression. So, pag tayo ay mag-add or magsusubtract ng ating radical expression, so, mapapansin ninyo yung ating a tsaka b, which is our whole number. So, hiniwalay natin yan doon sa ating radical expression. So, makikita ninyo yung radical natin na square root of x. Since pareho lang naman yan, you just need to copy yung square root of x. So, magpe-perform lang kayo ng ating operation doon sa ating whole number na a at si b. So, ganun din pag subtraction, no? Pa-perform lang kayo doon sa ating constant na a at si b. So, for example, we have the sum of 3 square root of 5 plus square root of 5 daw. So, 3 square root of 5 plus square root of 5. So, ang gagawin nyo dyan, kunin nyo yung mga whole number. So, first one, we have the 3. So, dito may whole number din ba tayo sa square root of 5? Yes, we have 1. So, you just need to add 3 plus 1. Tapos, copy ninyo yung ating radical, which is square root of 5. Kasi pareho namang square root of 5 yan, di ba? So, you just copy lang. So, 3 plus 1 is equal to 4 times square root of 5. So, ang final answer ninyo will be 4 square root of 5. Okay, next one. Perform the indicated operation in 3 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 2 minus square root of 2. So, titingnan nyo, pareho ba yung kanilang mga radical? We have square root of 2, square root of 2 sa pangalawa, square root of 2 din sa pangatlo. So, same lahat yan. So, pwede na nating i-copy yan mamaya. So, dun tayo sa whole number. We have 3 plus 8, tapos minus 5 daw. Tapos, square root of 2. Okay, simplify. 3 plus 8, that is 11 minus 5. So, 6 square root of 2 will be your final answer. Okay, next one. We perform the indicated operations in square root of 5 plus 8 square root of 5 minus square root of 20. So, mapapansin niyo dito, square root of 5 yung una natin, square root of 5 yung sa pangalawa, tapos square root of 20 yung pangatlo. Naiiba yung ating pangatlong term. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? I-simplify natin yung square root of 20. So, gawa tayo ng factor 3. Si 20 can be factored as 5 and 4. Si 4 naman is 2 and 2. So, 20 can be written as 2 raised to 2 times 5 raised to 1. So, kung ibabalik natin yan sa radical, so square root square root of 2 raised to 2 times 5 raised to 1. Ngayon, transform natin yan sa rational exponent para ma-simplify natin. Raised to 1 half. Ayan. Then, simplify. We have 2 raised to 2 over 2 times 5 raised to 1 over 2. So, makancel yan. We have 2 square root of 5 as our new term. So, square root of 5 plus 8 square root of 5 minus 2 square root of 5. So, mapapansin nyo lahat na yan parehong square root of 5. So, kunin na natin yung mga whole number. So, dito merong 1. 1 plus 8 minus 2. Then, copy yung ating radical, which is square root of 5. So, 1 plus 8, that is 9, minus 2, that is 7, square root of 2. This will be your square root of 5. Yan. 7 square root of 5 will be your final answer. Okay, dito naman tayo sa multiplication of radical expression. So, what is the product of square root of 18 tsaka square root of 2? So, kung mapapansin ninyo, ito ay dissimilar radical kasi magkaiba yung radical nila. Ang iisipin nyo lang sa product, dapat pareho yung kanyang index. Okay? Kapag add and subtraction, dapat similar yung ating radical para makapin ninyo yung ating radical. Dito naman sa product, pati sa division, you need to have the same index or yung ating root. So, pareho naman tayong root dito, square root of 18 tsaka square root of 2. So, ipa-product natin yan. Paano natin ipa-product? So, square root of, so, since same naman sila ng, ng root, which is 2, so, pwede nating i-multiply na yung ating radicand. So, 18 times 2. What is 18 times 2? 18 times 2 is 36. And 36 is a perfect square. So, square root of 36, that is equal to 6. So, 6 will be your final answer for this given example. Okay, another one. We have 4 cube root of 3 multiplied by cube root of 16. So, pareho ba tayo ng index or ng root? So, parehong cube root, no? So, gagawin nyo dyan, 4, iwalay muna natin sila, 4 times cube root. So, pag multiply nyo na yung radicand, which is 3 times 16. Ayan. What is 3 times 16? 3 times 16 is equal to, so, multiply natin 16 times 3, 8, 1, 48. So, cube root of 48. Ngayon, si 48 class, try natin siyang i-factor kasi meron tayong cube root, di ba? So, 48, gawa tayo ng factor 3, 12 and 4 yung factors niya. Si 12 naman is 6 and 2. Si 6 ay 3 and 2. Si 4 is 2 and 2. So, ang mga factor natin will be 2 raised to 4 times 3 raised to 1. And we can write this as 4 cube root of 2 raised to 4 times 3 raised to 1. So, pwede ba natin itong i-simplify pa? So, since ito ay cube root times cube root of 2 raised to 4 times 3 raised to 1, since yan ay cube root of 2 raised to 4 times 3 raised to 1, i-convert na natin yan sa rational exponent. 2 raised to 4 times 3 raised to 1, raise natin sa 1/3. Now, simplify natin. It will become 2 raised to 4 over 3 times 3 raised to 1 over 3. And yung 2 raised to 4 over 3 natin, since si 4 over 3, pag nire-write natin yan sa mixed fraction, it will become 1 and 1/3. So, it will become 2 raised to 1 times 2 raised to 1/3 times 3 raised to 1/3. So, we will have here 4 times 2 raised to 1 times 2 raised to 1/3 times 3 raised to 1/3. Okay, ngayon, i-multiply na natin yung mga whole number which is 4 and 2. So, 4 times 2 is 8. So, si 2 raised to 1/3 tsaka si 3 raised to 1/3, convert na natin yan sa radical. Which is 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So, your final answer will be 8 cube root of 6. Okay, another example, we have 2 square root of 2, 3 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3. So, makikita nyo dito, kailangan nating i-distribute si 2 square root of 2 sa 3 square root of 2 tsaka 2 square root of 3. So, dito muna tayo sa una. We have 2 square root of 2 times 3 square root of 2. So, meron tayong 2 times 3, no? Pakita muna natin dito. 2 square root of 2 times 3 square root of 2 plus yung pangalawa, 2 square root of 2 times 2 square root of 3. Ayan. So, multiply na natin itong una. 2 times 2, that is 6. Square root of 2 times square root of 2, that is square root of 4. Plus 2 times 2, that is 4. Square root of 2 times square root of 3, that is square root of 6. Okay, square root of 4 can be simplified kasi 4 is a perfect square. So, 6 times 2 plus 4 times the square root of 6. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 4 square root of 6. So, this will be your final answer sa example na to. Okay, another one. Dito, we have two binomial terms. So, square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3 times 3 square root of 2 minus square root of 3. So, anong gagamitin natin dito? Gagamitan natin yan ng FOIL method. So, when we say FOIL, you need to multiply the first term, tapos outer, then inner, tapos last. So, sa first muna tayo. Square root of 2 times 3 square root of 2, it will become 3 square root of 4. Okay? Outer. Outer is square root of 2 times square root of 3. So, square root of 2 times negative square root of 3. So, that will become negative square root of 6. Okay, doon naman tayo sa inner. 2 square root of 3 times 3 square root of 2. That is positive 6 square root of 6. Then last, we have 2 square root of 3 times square root of 3. That is negative. Kasi negative yung square root of 3 natin, di ba? Negative 2 square root of 9. Ngayon, simplify natin. So, 3 square root of 4, yung square root of 4 is 2. Minus square root of 6 plus square root of 6, no? May 1 dyan. So, pwede na natin yung i-operate. Negative 1 is square root of 6 plus 6 is square root of 6. So, negative 1 plus 6, that is negative 5 is square root of 6. Minus 2, what is square root of 9? That is 3. So, 3 times 2, that is 6 minus 5 is square root of 6 minus 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, combine like terms, what is 6 minus 6? So, yan ay 0, di ba? Ito pala, class ay positive kasi negative. Tapos, mas malaki yung ating 6. So, positive 5 square root of 6 yan. So, your final answer will be 5 square root of 6. Okay, another one. We have square root of x plus 4 squared. So, first thing you need to do, you need to expand square root of x plus 4 times square root of x plus 4. Then, use our FOIL method. So, first, square root of x times square root of x. That is square root of x squared, or we can write that as x. Then, we have the outer square root of x times positive 4, that is positive 4 square root of x. Then, we have the inner. 4 times square root of x is also 4 square root of x. And lastly, we have the last term, which is 4 times 4, which is 16. Now, simplify. We have x plus, so 4 square root of x plus 4 square root of x, that is 8 square root of x plus 16. And this will be your final answer. Kasi wala naman na tayong masisimplify, di ba? So, yan na yung final answer ninyo. That's a trinomial. Okay, next one. We have a square root of 5 plus 3 times square root of 5 minus 3. So, ito ay sum tsaka difference. So, gamitan din natin ng FOIL para di kayo malito. So, first is square root of 5 times square root of 5. That is square root of 25. Tapos, yung ating outer, square root of 5 times negative 3. That is negative 3 square root of 5. Yan. Tapos, yung inner, positive 3 times square root of 5, that is plus 3 square root of 5. And last term, we have 3 times negative 3, that is negative 9. Okay, simplify. What is square root of 25? That is 5. Na-write lang natin yan kasi hindi pa naman natin masisimplify. Tapos, yung negative 9. Okay, combine like terms. 5 minus 9, that is negative 4. Tapos ito, negative 3 square root of 5 plus 3 square root of 5. So, matatanggal na yan, no? So, your final answer will be negative 4. Okay, dito na tayo sa division of radical expression. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung nth root of x over y, pwede natin yung i-write as nth root of x over nth root of y. So, pwede rin natin baliktarin yan. Kapag meron tayong nth root of x over nth root of y, pwede yang maging nth root of x over y. So, parang binaligtad lang natin yan. So, for example, what is the quotient of square root of 72 and the square root of 2? So, according to the illustration na pinakita ko kanina, so, meron tayong square root sa numerator at denominator. So, pwede nating buuin yan at maging 72 over 2. So, parang ginawa natin yung illustration kanina, kaso vice versa. Now, simplify yung 72 over 2. 72 over 2 is equivalent to square root of 36. Now, square root of 36 is equal to 6. And that will be your final answer. Okay, another one. We have 15 square root of 40 over 3 square root of 8. Okay, may mas-simplify ba muna tayo? Si 15 tsaka si 3, di ba? That is 5. Tapos, si square root of 40 over square root of 8, pwede natin yung isulat as square root of 40 over 8. Ngayon, simplify. What is 40 over 8? 40 over 8 is equal to 5. So, 5 is square root of 5 will be your final answer. Okay, another example. Okay, ito. Cube root of 54, m raised to 3, n raised to 5 over cube root of 2, m raised to 4, n raised to 2. So, same naman sila ng index, no? Same sila ng root. So, pwede na natin yung i-operate. So, since tayo ay merong cube root sa numerator at denominator, pwede nating buuin yan. So, cube root of 54, m raised to 3, n raised to 5, over 2, m raised to 4, n raised to 2. Okay. After that, di ba class, when you divide two exponential expression, you will subtract the exponent. Ito muna tayo. 52 over 2, di ba? What is 52 over 2? That is 27. Ngayon, magsusubtract na tayo. M raised to 3 minus 4. Sinubtract ko lang yung exponent. Kasi nga, dinidivide natin sila. Then, n raised to 5 minus 2. Okay, cube root of 27. Simplify na natin. What is m raised to 3 minus 4? That is m raised to negative 1. So, makita nyo, meron tayong negative na exponent. That's 5 minus 2. That is n raised to 3. Ngayon, kailangan nating matanggal yung negative 1. Kailangan maging positive yan. So, kailangan nating i-transpose si, gawin pa lang, nasa denominator si m raised to negative 1 para mawala yung ating negative. So, magiging positive 1 yan. Tapos, 27 n raised to 3. Tapos class, meron ba tayong mapafactor? Si 27 siya si n raised to 3. Tingnan nga natin. Si 27 kasi, pag finactor mo yan, that is 9 times 3, 3 and 3. So, si 27 ay 3 raised to 3. So, parehong 3 yung exponent, di ba? So, it will become cube root of, pag ano yun na natin, distribute natin yung cube root. M raised to 1, tapos 3 raised to 3, n raised to 3. So, we can rewrite this sa rational exponent na 3 raised to 3, n raised to 3, raised to 1/3. Ganon din sa denominator. Tapos, distribute natin. So, it will become 3 raised to 3 over 3 times n raised to 1 over 3 over m raised to 1 over 3. 3 over 3 pala to. Ayan. So, matatanggal na natin sila. So, ang matitira natin is 3n over cube root of m. Kaso, class, meron ulit tayong radical sa denominator. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? We need to rationalize. So, 3n cube root of m, multiply natin yan sa denominator natin. Ayan, cube root of m. Kaso cube root yan. So, kailangan pa natin ng isa pa. Cube root of m pa. Over cube root of m. Ayan. Kasi cube root yan eh. Para matanggal natin, kailangan m cube yung nasa nasa denominator. So, it will become cube root of m cube, or we can write that as m. Kasi cube root of m cube na yan eh. Tapos, yung numerator natin will be 3n over cube root of m squared. Medyo maliit na. Rewrite ko lang. So, yung numerator natin will be 3n cube root of m squared. Tapos, ito pwede na natin tong i-write as m. So, this will be your final answer na. 3n cube root of m squared over m. So, medyo mahaba yung ating solution for this example. Okay, another one. We have square root of 3 over 2 plus square root of 3. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? So, ang una ninyong gagawin dyan, you need to multiply this by its conjugate. So, ano meaning ng conjugate? So, since ito ay sum, i-multiply nyo yan sa difference. 2 minus square root of 3. Kuha ba? So, 2 minus square root of 3. Ayan. Kaya naman, since ito ay sum and difference na, no? So, 2 times 2, that is 4, minus square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is square root of 9. Tapos, ito naman is square root of 3 times 2, that is 2 square root of 3. Then, we have minus square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is square root of 9 then. Now, simplify. We have 2 square root of 3 minus 3, kasi square root of 9 is 3, over 4 minus 3. So, your final answer will be 2 square root of 3 minus 3. Kasi 4 minus 3 is 1. So, ito na yung final answer natin. So, yun lang naman yung naman ng ating week 7 module. And thank you so much for listening and watching this video lesson for our week 7 module. So, goodbye everyone.